As you heard, infrastructure like rice bins were heavily damaged in the hurricanes this year. The mills that take that rice from the raw product in the bins to the rice on our tables were also hit hard. This week, TWILA's Karl Wiggers takes us to Farmers Rice Milling Company in Lake Charles, which is getting back up and running after 2 months of cleanup and rebuilding the mill.
At Farmers Rice Milling Company, the blue tarps on the office roof are just the beginning. Hurricanes Laura and Delta delivered a 1-2 punch to the facility that brings in rice from the field and delivers a finished long grain rice around the globe. The mill's general manager, Philip Bertrand, says the facility, like many, just could not handle Hurricane Laura.
The first storm, it removed probably about a third of that roof. That was a permanent roof, and it was rated for 120-mile-an-hour winds. Well, industry-wise and standard-wise and code-wise, that met all the requirements. But as we know, it had no chance. So we put a temporary roofing on it, and within weeks later we had another storm from another direction because we were on the west side of the storm for Hurricane Delta. And obviously, as you saw down below, it removed all the temporary roofing. And as you can see by the new machines behind me, this is a result of having to replace machinery that was wet, and it got damaged from the loss of a roof twice between 2 different hurricanes. But that is only a mere small piece of what happened because our employees suffered way more than the businesses in this area and are still suffering.
2 storms, both damaging the roof, meant for a lot of mess to clean up.
It drenched everything twice. And one thing we do know, whenever we're through it, I don't want to go through another cleansing like that.
Bertrand says many people working to clean up and rebuild this mill are sleeping in this office building here.
A lot of them are having to be housed here, and the ones who aren't are driving in from Houston, Lafayette. I mean, you're looking at 2-3 hour drives just to get people here to be able to do recovery efforts. So, you know, while it is tragic, but it shows you that people are resilient and they can bounce back.
Those employees are replacing siding, roofing, scrubbing floors, and rebuilding this mill. All of this work to get back to the business of milling rice. But once that rice is milled, it is exported here at the port of Lake Charles, just 9 miles away, a port that also took a heavy blow from these storms. Terrence Krachan is the Director of Cargo and Trade Development at the port. He says the port sustained significant damages to their warehouses.
We lost about 85% of our warehouse space. Fortunately for us, our automated terminal where we handle bag rice pretty much survived unscathed. They had some door damage and some sidings missing, but as of today, we're receiving cargo in the warehouse.
Krachan says the port will take years to fully recover, but will be able to build back better for the future of the port.
One positive thing is we kind of get a better idea of how we want to look in the future, so we can kind of build warehouses and truck loading bays and berths to where we can accommodate future cargoes.
Bertrand says that while the entire region is trying to rebuild, the community coming together brings him a lot of hope for the future of Southwest Louisiana.
I see people reaching out to help and offering, and they have their own problems. I mean, they have homes they can't live in. And whenever you see that, I mean, it says a lot.
On Tuesday, October 20th, they ran a little rice through the mill for the first time since Hurricane Laura made landfall 52 days before. Bertrand says they will continue to work out the kinks of the new equipment this week and plan to be back to 100% production in about a week.